and I was a rec therapist in Sacramento, working with mentally ill people.
Okay.
It was fun. It was a lot of work. I had someone break into my car and ride home with me. I didn't know it. If you want to know that story.
Yeah, you're not just about to breeze past that.
Yeah.
So somebody broke in your car and rode home with you.
So it was 6 months into. I was just new grad. 6 months into this job. I used to work a swing shift, so I'd be there from 12 to 9:30.
Okay.
And was getting off work. Had a bad night. Like the patients were off the chain, just attacking each other, trying to attack the staff. So I'm like, it's 9:30. I'm out. And so I had a beater car when I graduated.
Okay.
It was a Toyota Camry. It'd been in an accident, so the trunk was all smashed up, and then the windows wouldn't go up.
Oh, so you had a hoopty.
So I had a hoopty, but I'm like, it was my car. I could drive. It gave me independence, so I didn't care what it looked like. So the windows didn't go up right. So this guy had been watching me the whole 6 months, and I used to park by the patient windows, and so he knew my car. So what he did is he went and got a fork from the cafeteria, undid his window, got out, put the window back, and then jumped in my back seat. I didn't know he was there. I came out the first time, threw my stuff down in the back seat, but didn't see him. And he realized, oh, she may see me if I lay back here. So he pulled the back seat and then jumped into the trunk.
Wow.
And so I came out a second time to finally go home. And so I'm driving home and my phone starts going off and it's work. I'm like, no, I just left this horrible place. I am not picking up. And I lived 30 minutes. I lived in Roseville, which is 30 minutes from Sacramento. And so I'm driving and my phone's constantly going off and then I start hearing stuff. I'm like, what is that noise? And so I'm like, no, I'm tired. It's been a long night. I'm just going to keep going. So I keep driving. As I pull off the freeway, I hear like this tumbling noise in the back and I'm like, what is that? I'm like, no, I'm tired. I'm just going to go home. And so I pull into my driveway. As I drive up, I hear ouch. And I was like, okay, why? And so I'm like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm going home. And then I had 2 dogs. I had a pit bull and a Australian Shepherd, and they start going nuts. And they only do that when someone is outside our house that's not us. Because they know me, they just start like coming to the window wagging, but they start going like aggressively barking. I'm like, that's weird. It's just me. And I'm like, calm down, dogs. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm going home. I'm going up to bed. I'm tired. And my phone, I've got 15 missed calls from work. So I'm like, you know what, whatever. So I put my phone down, climb into bed, go to sleep. Get up the next morning, more missed calls from work, and then my job calls and I answer and they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. They're like, Bobby Mack broke out. We need you to check your car because we are 100% sure that he went home with you. So I'm like, oh my God. So I go out to my front yard. My trunk was open. I could see footprints of where he had been and he had tried to break into our house. So he had broken the light above our door and he had tried to like wedge himself into the door, like with a crowbar or something, try to get into our house.
Wow.
Yeah. 3 days later, he calls Roseville PD asking for a ride back, asking for me so he can get a ride back to the hospital.
That's nuts.
My mom was so mad. She went and looked for this like gun that shot like Mace out. She was so upset. Like she's like, I'm gonna sue that hospital. I'm gonna own it. Like I mean, I was fine. Like.
So what happened? Like, what did the job? You still there at the same place?
No, I left.
Oh. Okay.
No, I left and got my master's in rehab counseling.
Okay.
Because after working there and seeing like the injustice in the mental health system, I wanted to like be a social worker and help in some way. And
that make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That's a crazy.
It was insane. Yeah, it was really crazy. And my mom, I've never seen her so angry.
I mean,
but I was
you gotta
okay.
think she's for one, she's a protector.
Yeah.
So she feel like your life and hers was in danger. So that's normal.
Yeah, it was normal.
Even the most low key, quietest person.
Yeah.
Certain things trigger.
Yeah, that triggered her.
And their kids is something different. So I definitely understand that. But that is
It was nuts. It was nuts.
So what was his intent?
He wanted to get out and go out to eat. So most psych patients, when they broke out, they went to the buffet, they went to the bar, or they went to a strip club. Because that's all they wanted, or they wanted cigarettes. So that's how they'd be found.
Okay.
And so he broke out like 7 more times after that, but not through my car. And
but you would think that after so many breakouts, they would find a better way to secure them.
You would think that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Thanks for checking out that portion of the podcast. To hear it in its entirety, go to your favorite podcast app. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, and Apple Podcasts. Just search Real Ish Radio. Make sure you subscribe so you can get an alert every time we drop a new episode.